Welcome once again, and let us continue the leftover poem. We have completed 2 stanzas at that time, and now this is your 3rd stanza which we have to start. This is your 4th stanza. Now before starting the 3rd stanza, let us get a quick recap of the first 2 stanzas. In the first stanza, we have actually found out that this poet Mary Stevenson, she has got a dream and she has seen that she was walking along with God on the banks of the river, or you can say on the beach in the sand, and her own life scenes are getting flashed in front of her in the dark sky. And when she was seeing that, when she was continuously looking down into the sand, she was finding the 2 sets of footprints. And to her, you can say happiness, she realized that the 2 sets belong to one of her and the other is of God. So she has got a feeling that God is always with me, God is along with me, walking in every step of my life. But in the second stanza, we have actually got an idea that this poet, she realized that in her, especially during saddest times, difficult times, troublesome times, she found only one set of the footprints, and she was very much disappointed. God would always with me, God has always supported me, and now at the saddest and troubled times, why I am getting only one set of the footprint? So she had thought that I should ask to God. This shows that how we feel God is near to us. It happens in our life when we don't want to say to anybody, we say to God. We cry in front of God. In front of God, we definitely open up ourselves, and we normally believe that God is there to help us, to support us, and to take out ourselves from the troublesome times. Now she wanted to ask this type of the question from God, like, this really troubled me. So I asked the Lord about it, because she found only one footstep and she was getting very much curious that why I am getting only one set of footprints. So she asked the God that why I have seen this one, and she asked the Lord, Lord, you said once, I decided to follow you. So what the Lord has said, you said me once, that means the poet is saying that you said me once and I decided to follow you. You would walk with me all the way. You would walk with me all the way. Now God has said that you would walk with me all the way, and I decided to ask you that why it had happened. So now she was asking, but I noticed that during the saddest and most troublesome times, but I noticed that during the most saddest and troublesome times of my life, the footprints which she didn't see, she wanted to ask, she wanted to inquire. There was only one set of footprints. During my saddest and most troublesome times of life, I found only one set of the footprints. I don't understand why. Now she was asking, I don't understand why I found only one set of the footprints when you said me that you would always be with me, you would always help me out, and I have seen your footprints during my happier times, during all the times of my life, then especially during saddest and troublesome times, why I find one set of footprints when I needed you. Here this is actually referring to God. You means here God. The most, I needed you the most, you would leave me. Again here it is God. Remember, always when we are writing for God, we have to use the capital alphabet. Like why here, if we are writing him or his, we have to write down like this. Both two can be small, but it should be capital. Okay. So here we are talking about God, and poet is asking God, why you have left me in those times. It happens with human beings. Human beings are actually very, you can say, emotional, and judgmental. Immediately we start judging out. Immediately we judge. Like suppose in happier times, if God is there, then why not in the saddest time? God left me, what had happened to me? It happens with the human beings also, like in ourselves, with a friend itself. Suppose your friend is not answering your call, not messaging you back, maybe due to any reason. But what you start thinking? Maybe she is getting busy in some work, she has not taken, now she forgot me, she does not want to receive my messages, or she does not want to make a call to me. You start assuming. Assuming means thinking of false ideas, creating a nuisance in your own mind without knowing the facts and the truth. You just go on thinking assumptions, and then later on, after like few days, when your friend again calls you back, you would like to show your attitude, your anger. Like when I called you, you didn't receive, you didn't respond. So then why should I respond to you? Then she will give you a message like so and so thing had happened in my home and I could not able to respond to you, and I was busy a little bit. I was dying to talk to you, but I was not able to go for that. Then you feel relaxed. You need an explanation for everything. Otherwise, you start assuming things on your own. And we are very impatient. Human beings are very impatient. They immediately decide everything. They immediately justify everything. They become judgmental about that. Now here also, in our life also, sometimes when you lost 1 mark, just I said in the previous class, you lost 1 mark, so you would start feeling that my friend or any other ranker whom you have a lot of cutthroat competition, you feel like that always she got 1 mark, God will not listen to me, God does not want me to get the highest marks, and all on you start complaining. And sometimes you complain directly to God, and mostly to God only. You directly complain and you start like you don't listen, never listen to me, you always listen to that fellow, this fellow, and all and all. In anger, we assume, we think like maybe the other one has done better hard work, or the other one has done like better answers has written. We don't want to get the proper facts. We just assume and we start complaining. Here the same thing had happened with the poet. She said, I noticed only one set of pair, and during that too the saddest and the most troublesome time. So obviously I am feeling bad that you promised me that you would never leave me, and how could you left me at those times? That means I was alone, all the problems bearing and all the troubles bearing, I was alone. Now this fourth stanza, he whispered. Here he is God. He whispered, my precious child, I love you. God, what he said? My precious child, my most important, my very precious means no, cannot be counted in the cost or amount, which is somewhat unique, different. So, my precious child, I love you and will never leave you. Now this year, God is saying that I will never leave you because I love you a lot. Never ever during your trials and testings. Never ever, especially during your trials and testings. That means when you are getting troubles and difficult situations and saddest times, I will never leave your side and I will be always there. When you saw only one set of footprints, that means when you have seen only one set of footprints and that you decided that it is of yours, it was then that I carried you. That means those footprints are of God. It is not of the human being, or you can say it is of the poet. It is of God. The God has carried the poetess, and he said that because it was difficult time, it was a trialing time, testing times for you, so I have carried you and I was walking. So my footsteps were there in the sand, it's not yours. So like it is being said that God loves more than mothers. So we can imagine it out how mothers love. Mothers normally love without thinking twice. If you are at your baddest mood also, or you are at your worst mood also, the mother can love you, mother can take care of you. So how can not the God? God can take care of you, can help you, can guide you, can always take you out from the troubles of the life very easily if you have a firm belief in your God. So here this shows that how nicely she was feeling that one, like I am all alone at the time, but it was her, not her footsteps, it is the footsteps of God. So that was the whole concept of the poem, like never stop believing in God, especially during the testing times and troublesome times. Always have a firm belief that definitely God will help you out, whatever your troubles are there. Just imagine it out, the life without any troubles and tribulations. Is it possible to live a life without any ups and downs? This is the joy of life. We can enjoy the troubles and tribulations, trials. Then only we can enjoy happiness. These are the struggles of the life where you have to learn to enjoy, to be happy, to have a great joy in learning, in enjoying the life. Life is very uncertain, unpredictable, but there is an excitement, there is an adventure in this unpredictability. So we would have to think in such a way that when God has given us some troubles or trials or testings, we have that capacity to bear. We have that patience level, we have that capacity to bear. That's why God has given us this type of the testings. So it's better to not to lose hope, never to feel alone, because if anybody in the world is there with you or not, God would always be there. If you are a believer in any of the God, you can believe that this is the reality of life. We think that God left us, we are all alone, always it happens with me, always we are ready to complain, we feel ourselves as the victims, but this is not true. God is always with us, helping us and guiding us to lead a better life. I hope you have understood well. It's very easy poem with very nice lines, like words are very easy, not a single difficult word I found out. If you find any difficult word, please go ahead, find out in the dictionary, as well as you can find the some words in glossary as well. Find it out, check it out, because everything is very easier being written to understand and to get into your mind. And I think that after getting this, there is no need for you even to learn the answers, annotations and all. By simply seeing that, you can able to write it down. But again the same thing as I always said, read the poem twice, you can read two stanzas at a time. So 4 stanzas, every stanza 2 times if you are reading, you can remember the whole poem and you can get the summary into your mind. You can create your own summary. So try to understand this one, and I hope I can get a better summaries as soon as I will get a chance to meet. By the time for the next class, wait and take care of your health, and let us everybody have a firm faith in God and continue to enjoy the life and the struggles of the life. By the time, take care, have a nice day.